like Olympics. We cannot say we are Taiwan. We are Chinese Taipei. We cannot show our national flag.
I was always surprised to see that flag. Why does the country have an Olympic sign on the flag?
Culture-wise, I found a lot of similarity between Chinese culture and Indian culture.
What is the death and funeral like in Taiwan?
That's very interesting. 777. Every 7 days, we will do a ritual, different kind of ritual. One day we'll go back. When you go back, you will bring that part back to Mainland China. So I was the first one to become an art of living teacher in Mainland China. Got to watch out. They don't want these meditation religions to come. Otherwise, you will be disappeared. I was very shocked. They were banned, but they have a term called scientifically getting into internet.
Can you explain the Chinese calendar to us? Why do you have these year of different animals? Did you like the movie Kung Fu Panda? Tell us about some marriage rituals that are very unique to Taiwan.
And we don't think wedding is combined with religion, with some money in the red pocket, and then she will throw out of the car. And from the women's side, they will pick up that. In English, you have A, B, C, D, then you combine B, O, O, K is book. Chinese is not like that.
Then?
More signs.
Symbols.
Symbols, yeah, symbols.
So it's...
But in English, you see that B, O, O, K, B, B, O, O, U, K, then you book. But in Chinese, if you say this book is shu, you write it here, but you see this word, you don't know how to pronounce it. You have to see the next, there's phonetic symbols, then you know how to read this word.
We have covered several topics in this podcast. I hope you enjoy the episode till the end. And make sure to subscribe to the channel so we can keep bringing such amazing episodes to you and that you don't miss out. Cheers. Welcome to another episode of Rocklaz Radio. This is your host Tanmay Shah. Today we are going to Taiwan.
Yes.
And with us is Sarah.
Hi.
Could you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Sarah. My Chinese name is Huang Yunshan. I'm from Taiwan. Nice meeting you. It's my first podcast. And thanks for Tanmay's invitation. We'll have a good time.
What do you do in Taiwan?
You mean now? Basically teaching breath technique called Sudarshan Kriya, and I also teach Sahaj Samadhi meditation and advanced course meditation and Shish Yoga, and also kids and teens breathing techniques.
So you're a full-time art of living teacher.
Yes.
And what did you do before this?
Before, I was working for a computer company, Acer. Have you heard of that? We are a subsidiary of Acer. We do the monitors, computer monitors, but now it's no more monitors. Yeah, in the high-tech business. Yeah.
Acer.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are one of the companies from Taiwan which is pretty famous.
Yeah.
We have used Acer phones and laptops.
Yes.
They make very good gaming laptops.
Yes.
So you were in... What role did you play there?
I was marketing people and also sales representative. We design our department is monitors. So we design the monitors and for customers. Not me. We have R&D and manufacturing, and I just sell the monitors to the Europe people, American, not India at that time. It's more than 30 years back.
Wow.
Yeah.
Taiwan is very famous for semiconductors and electronics.
Yeah. Yes.
So everywhere you go there, you'll find some electrical or semiconductor stores, or how is it like?
But actually for me, because it's not an end product, For me, it's like it's a company like TSMC, Taiwan Semiconductors. But it's, as I say, it's not an end product. So I have to tell the truth. I don't have quite big connection of that. Although I'm a shareholder of that company.
Oh, you're a shareholder of?
TSMC.
Shareholder of Acer.
TSMC also, Taiwan Semiconductors.
Wow. My question was, does everybody work over there in tech and semiconductors and hardware industry in Taiwan?
Not everybody.
Most
They
of
have
them.
most of it. Yeah, because when you get graduate, if you graduate from that engineering, information technology, you get high pay. Yeah, that's why most college graduates, they like to go to that kind of company. And also when they were in undergraduate and graduate schools, many people from the high-tech company will headhunt them and say, okay, you come, and then after you graduate, please come to our company, like that.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Nvidia is also very famous, coming from Taiwan. Nvidia, the graphic
The graphic.
card makers.
The founder was from Taiwan.
Yeah.
Yeah, he immigrated to US when
USA.
he was 9 years old with his parents. Yeah.
Burning question. What is the difference between China and Taiwan?
Difference. I would say actually my ancestor came from China 200-300 years back. I'm the 20th generation from mainland China to Taiwan. And my husband is the second generation from mainland China to Taiwan. So actually we are linked. I can say in blood, we are from the same family tree. But because of the political issue, they were democratic, and we are democratic. They are, the communist.
So for those who don't know, what is the difference again politically?
Yeah.
What is the political difference between Taiwan and China?
Like Taiwan, we have our own elections. We can elect our president. We have our constitution. We have our national flag. Actually, it is a country. Actually, before 1949, the whole China, including Taiwan, was called the Republic of China. But after 1949, the KMT, we say Kuomintang, the KMT party was defeated by the Communist Party. So they retreated to Taiwan, and the Republic of China was moved to Taiwan. And Taiwan was, we call, Free China. So from 1949, the mainland China was communist. So they changed the name of the country called PRC, the People's Republic of China. Yeah, that's the difference in the ideology. And we are very free, but they, Google's, you cannot use Google's there, no YouTube's there, no. This they banned. They only have their own, like WeChat or Baidu, their own.
But in Taiwan, you can use all the apps. You can use Google, Facebook.
Yeah, we also use WeChat to communicate with them. Yeah.
And you also use the Chinese app to communicate with the Chinese mainland people.
Yeah. But they simplified Chinese. Our ancestor gave us the traditional Chinese, in character. In spoken, same. But the characters we wrote, if you find the ancient scripts, it's all in traditional Chinese. But they have simplified that, and we call it simplified Chinese.
Mm-hmm.
So now the written form is different.
Written form is different in Taiwan and in mainland China.
So if a person was born in mainland China, these, like we say, 1980s after, they would have a little bit difficulty in reading Chinese ancient scriptures because it's all simplified.
So it's simplified in Taiwan or it's simplified in China?
China, they simplify the Chinese writing.
But in Taiwan, you still use the traditional one.
Yeah, we still preserve our culture, the ancient Chinese culture. Yeah.
I was just going through YouTube, and it was funny. I was doing my research, and I found out that Taiwan believes that the mainland China is their part. And
And
mainland China believes that Taiwan is their part.
Yeah. So, and somehow you can say they are one. We are one. You don't have to, okay, you are Taiwan, I'm China. For me, it's really the same.
It's the same.
As I say, my ancestors are from there.
Hmm. And it was also mentioned they don't recognize Taiwan as different. The government in mainland China, they call it the Department of Island or something like that. And
Yeah.
in Taiwan, they refer to what do you call the mainland in Taiwan?
We call it 大陆, means big land, means we are island, right? Taiwan is a very small island. And we call 大陆, means the big land.
Big land.
Mainland.
Mainland.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they will call Taiwan as a province, one of their province, like state. When you call state in the United States, different, we are one of their state. But as I say, we have our own elected president. We have our own constitution. We have our own national flag. Everything we have.
Is the food same of mainland China and Taiwan?
If I say like India, you have different states. Like China, Taiwan, also different. We'll call it provinces. And for the Chinese food, it's similar. Like we eat rice in the southern part, noodles like wheat in the north part.
Not part of Taiwan.
No, the whole China.
Whole China.
But to Taiwan, they have specific Taiwanese dishes. Like in every province of mainland China, they have different specific dishes in their different provinces. But as a whole, the big one is Chinese food. You understand that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you tried Chinese food in India?
Not yet, but I was told that it's Indianized.
Indianized Chinese. Yeah. You record yourself eating Indianized Chinese food and tell us your reaction.
Okay.
What is the right way to pronounce? What is the right way to refer to the language? Is it Chinese or is it Mandarin?
Chinese, as a language tree, Chinese including many dialects. Chinese as a whole, we can say that as a general term, Chinese. But under Chinese, they are like Peking, you speak in Beijing, Taiwanese, little difference like that. But since we were all from mainland China, we were taught in the primary school, we were not allowed to speak Taiwanese. Instead, we have to speak Mandarin Chinese.
What does that mean?
They want you to speak one language. Otherwise, if you're from this province of the northeast, you cannot communicate with the people from the south. So the Beijing government, they have an official language, then we call Mandarin Chinese.
Oh, okay. Now we get the difference. And what do they teach in Taiwan? What do kids learn in Taiwan?
Mandarin Chinese, yeah. Since our generation, my mother's generation, they speak Taiwanese only. Some of them spoke Japanese because we were colonized by Japan for 50 years, 50.
Wow.
Only until 1934, they returned it to, the government, Taiwan government. So my mother's generation, their mother tongue is Taiwanese. My mother tongue was also Taiwanese, but I was taught when I get to the primary school, we were taught not Taiwanese, only Mandarin Chinese.
Mandarin.
So nowadays, our next generation, they don't speak much Taiwanese. All of Taiwan people speak Mandarin Chinese. That's why we can communicate with the people from mainland China, people from Taiwan, the Chinese people from Malaysia, from Singapore. These are four places. We all origin from mainland China. We spoke the same language. Then that time we call it Chinese. Or we would prefer to say Mandarin Chinese. Because in Malaysia, they will say Hokkien. Hokkien means Fujian province, which is very close to Taiwan. My ancestors were from that province. They say Hokkien. And Hakka similar to Hong Kong. They say Cantonese. It's from Canton province. So as I said, many different provinces has their own I would say dialects.
You mentioned Hakka. So if you go and see the Chinese menu in India, there will be an item called Hakka Noodles.
Okay, yeah. Then Hakka Noodles.
So that comes from
South
part.
China. Yeah, south. Yeah.
Okay.
Very close to Hong Kong. So Hong Kong people and the Hakka, they spoke Hakka. We say that's what we call Cantonese. Canton.
Okay, let's do a fun activity.
Yeah.
Could you please close your eyes for us?
Okay. Should I take off my specs also?
No, it's okay. And think of your favorite memory.
Favorite memory of
anything. Thought?
Any kind, anything?
Yes.
Favorite memory. Okay.
And share that memory with us in your mother tongue, in the Chinese,
Chinese.
Mandarin Chinese.
Okay. 在第一次我看到我们的 Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankar 是在欧洲的德国进行所。那个时候我的妈妈刚刚过世，然后我非常的伤心，我不知道怎么样走出这个。然后开始我看到 Gurudev， 他那时候闭着眼睛在前面，我看到他，我就一直哭，我就不知道我为什么一直哭，可是我感觉他像我妈妈哎，虽然我妈妈过世了，可是我看到他那个样子，我在哭，他就这样子，他眼睛是闭着的，然后他是这样子，我就感觉我好像被妈妈爱了，然后我就觉得其实我妈妈并没有死掉，我妈妈只是换了一个身体而已，那她可能在天上看着我。从那时候开始，我就觉得，哎呀，我又找到我的妈妈了，我真的是很开心。好了 ，That's it.
Yeah. Now please translate that to us in English.
Translate, okay. The first time I met Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankar in Germany ashram. That before that, my mother passed away on my birthday.
Oh no.
With car accident. So I was in a very deep sorrow. I didn't know how to do. But the first time I met him in Germany ashram, he was meditating in satsang. I was crying. I don't know why I was crying so hard. Maybe because I lost my mother, but he was closing the eyes and then like this. And I feel that a love bubbling up from him and saying that I'm here. I feel that it's my mother's love. So I feel that my mother was not gone. She is still there. With this person's love, I can feel my mom. So from then on, I thought, okay, I would not cry. I just feel that love from this person only. And from then on, I have my smile back. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
How did you find out about Art of Living?
My sister, my elder sister, she was a tour guide. She brought people cancer patients to the United States. They have so-called like ultimate health camp, something like that. And she brought one of the ladies who had a cancer. She was very weak then. Then they had that camp. After they went back to Taiwan, some few months or sometime later, she saw this lady. How come you became so healthy? You were so weak. She said, I joined kind of breathing techniques. I don't know, but just this called Sudarshan Kriya. Then she went to learn. But that time, we were told that you cannot teach Sudarshan Kriya or any of the content of the happiness program to other people. So my sister would also say, oh, breathing, I learned breathing, it is good. That's it. Just one line. Then after maybe 15, he joined 1993 and 2002, my mother passed away. 10 years later, she told us, you can learn this. She invited a teacher to actually before that, she invited an Indian teacher to our place. My father was there, mother was there. The teacher invited us to go to that course. So 3 of us, including me, because I want to accompany my father and mother to go to the course. So we registered. But that time, before 2002, 2001, that time Taiwan, the participant number is very low. Maybe only 1 or 2 persons. Then they said, sorry, this class is canceled. Then 3 times after that, I say, I will not go to this program again. And now I haven't joined. I say, what the hell this organization is? How can you cancel the course on the spot on that day? I have arranged all my schedule just for this course because at that time it was a 6-day course from Tuesday to Sunday.
6 days.
6 consecutive days. So I have to move all these schedule. For twice I did, but they said, okay, sorry, again, cancel. I say, I would not join your course anymore. But my mother went there once, and like the course is happening this evening. She went there because it's not from our town. She went to Taipei. The teacher said, sorry, still we have to cancel the same day. Then she doesn't, I think 3-4 times she didn't have a chance. Then she passed away.
Oh.
She didn't
do the course.
Register, but for her life, she didn't have the time.
Oh no.
The chance. So later, because we have paid for the down payment, the teacher said, okay. And teachers knew our stories. We were all very sad that time. And the teacher, after 6 months, my mother passed away, and then she said, you come because you have already paid for your mom, your dad, and yourself. You just come because we are not going to refund. You come. And actually, when I took the course, I was very angry because what the hell? This course is... I have a lot of in my mind. Even when I was doing the Sudarshan Kriya, I hated it. I had a chattering mind. But I really didn't learn a lot from Part 1 course. But my sister did. I know I said the sister who introduced me is the 3rd daughter. I'm the 4th daughter. So the second one was was a professor working in the National Chen Kung University, which is a very famous university in Taiwan. She was going to see the psychiatrist because of our mother's sudden death. But she also had a chance to join the course. That's why we came, because mother's death. We came. But it's good though. From after these 22 years, some people said to us, from a Buddhist, say, your mother's death opening a spiritual path for you too. Me and my sister. She's also here in Navratri. Yeah, I think, maybe it's true.
Amazing.
Yeah.
How did you go to the German ashram before Indian ashram?
We had before we had a tour. One of our very senior teacher from Our of Living, Vitalia, she organized a tour from Taiwan to Germany ashram. So we went with a group of people. So
That's where you met. Okay.
Yeah.
What are the current issues in Taiwan right now? What are the problems that you see in Taiwan?
Politically, with Mainland China, they always have some flights and also some I don't know how to call it, fleet or some ships, military ships. We are very small island. They can just go around Taiwan several times like that. So people were very panicked that they are going to attack us like that. And it's true that some people are very panicked about that. When we were asking Gurudev about this, he said, you teach people meditate and let them don't be panic. Everything will be fine. But for me, maybe I have a guru. He has guided us in very clear direction. I don't have that much fear as the general Taiwanese have.
So fear is the main issue there.
Fear, yeah. Fear of being attacked like that. But I would say none of us, neither Mainland China or Taiwan, could afford the war. No.
Not even Mainland China.
No. Yeah. Actually, as I said, we are very close related. Like two brothers, they used to have a fight. But if they fight, it would harm both parties, really. So that's why they kind of just, but they would not do the real. As long as Taiwan government don't say, we are independent country in front of the Beijing government doesn't like us, Taiwan, to say we are an independent country. Like
as long as you don't say you're an independent
in
country,
front of them, yeah. That's why they always say, okay, if like Olympics, we cannot say we are Taiwan, we are Chinese Taipei. We cannot show our national flag in the Olympics game. Even in the Olympics game, they were sabotage. So we have Olympic flag, not our national flag.
Oh yes, in the
Chinese
Olympic Games,
Taipei.
the flag which has the Olympic symbol is the
Chinese
Taipei.
Taipei, yeah.
Chinese
Taipei.
Wow, so interesting. So that flag, please put the photos here, the editor.
Yes.
So I was always surprised to see that flag. Why does the country have an Olympic sign on the flag? So it's actually Chinese Taipei.
It's Taiwan.
Taiwan.
Yeah.
Where you're not allowed
to put our national flag on that.
by the Mainland China.
No.
But at least they let you have your own team.
Yes, yeah. Hong Kong has their own team also before they took over. Yeah, because Hong Kong for them is also a special area. Hong Kong was colonized by the British government until 1997. Yeah, so Hong Kong was more British influenced. That's why they can be so international. Yeah. But now they have taken over after 1997, and you've heard all the Hong Kong stories.
There's
Exchange.
another some part, Macau.
Macau, yeah, also. Macau was colonized by the Portugal.
What is the difference between Macau, Hong Kong, and Taiwan?
I would say they are kind of like after 1997, Hong Kong was returned to PRC, People's Republic of China. Macau, after 1999, they were returned to PRC. So now they all belong to PRC. Taiwan, ROC, Republic of China. We have our own name.
You have your own name. You're different.
Our official name is Republic of China. Yeah.
So Macau was administered by Portuguese government.
Yeah, before 1999.
And Hong Kong was administered by the British government.
Yeah, before 1997.
They returned these lands to mainland China.
Yeah.
But in Taiwan, it is just the Chinese people who have, the democratic Chinese people who left the mainland and took a refuge in Taiwan.
Yeah.
That is Taiwan.
Yeah, that is Taiwan.
So both call each other their own part.
Yeah.
What do you think? What will happen in 50, 100 years? What do you think will happen between Taiwan and China?
We say we maintain the status quo, the present status. That's enough.
Let's let it go as it is going.
That is good to both sides. Yeah. If you say, Taiwan is so small, you don't have to. You have such a big land in mainland China. Why do you want this small piece of land to? Yeah. We just say, okay, maintain the status quo. That's it. And peace. As our national father said, the Republic of China was founded 1911 when Dr. Sun Yat-sen had the revolution upon the Qing dynasty, which was very bureaucratic that time. So he founded a Republic of China. When he died at 1946 or what? 46, he said, peace and strive. I don't know how to say that in Chinese. 和平奋斗救中国 means peace, like strive, save China. This is the last words before he died. So peace is the first word he said. So both sides had. That time we didn't have Taiwan, mainland China. That time was only one Republic of China. He had already said peace. Yeah, no matter what, for this country as such big country, you have to maintain peace. Yeah, no matter what, peace.
So then the Republic, the Democrats were strong in mainland China.
Yeah.
But then with the Russian support, the Communists became strong. And the Democrats had to run and come to Taiwan.
Yeah.
People of Taiwan, do they get to travel to mainland or
A
are there
lot.
restrictions?
A lot. We have and before we have to get visa to go to mainland China, but now they gave us a card like ID card. We were saying that they are considering Taiwan as their civilian. How to say that? Citizens. Yeah. So now we don't have to have visa. We only apply a card like this big, just like their ID card.
Wow.
And this is they call people from Taiwan. They get this card, so we can go to
anytime you want without a visa.
Without visa, yeah. But for the mainlanders who wants to come to Taiwan, they have restrictions.
They need a visa.
For both sides, they don't want their people to come to Taiwan, first one. Second, if they are allowed to come to Taiwan, they have to get a visa from Taiwan government. Yeah. Because as I say, they are kind of closed. They don't want their people to go abroad, so especially to Taiwan. When they see, oh, Taiwan is such a democratic country, they will be shocked.
They'll also demand that same things from
Yeah.
their government.
Yeah, and I found some YouTubers. They came to Taiwan to watch Taiwan's election, presidential election.
Wow.
They were so
Surprised.
shocked. How come Taiwan, every person can elect their own president, which they never thought of that. They were so shocked. So that's why they are kind of abandon their people to come to Taiwan.
So these YouTubers, who were watching their video? Because they might have banned the videos in mainland China.
Do you know? It's very interesting. They were banned, but they have a term called scientifically getting into internet. Scientifically, that means they can, in a common word, they cross the. If there's a wall, we say 翻墙 in Chinese. 翻 means cross, 墙 means wall. They can cross the wall and they can see all those videos. Like if I go to China, if I use their hotel internet, the Wi-Fi, you cannot have YouTube, no Googles, no anything. But if I use a Wi-Fi card, which is from Hong Kong or Macau, I can see all the.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. So they are banned, but they have some way to 翻墙.
But you see, you think many people in China might have seen that videos?
I don't know, but I found that they have their way out.
Okay. But what do you think about communism? What do you think about Communist Party? Because it is the second largest economy in the world. Economically, they are doing good. So, what is the problem with it? What do you think? What do you think about the communist government?
To tell the truth, I've never been in that kind of a government under control at that. But from my experience in Mainland China for 7 years, my husband used to work there for a Taiwan company. Many Taiwanese companies go there to set up factories. Actually, after 1980s, when Deng Xiaoping, their former leader, they said we have to go economic growth. Before that, they were very poor. Because it's communist, you don't have to. You have to. I don't know how to say. They were poor, really. But after 1980s, China was growing economically. So many Taiwanese went there to set up factories. So my husband also was there in Beijing. To take an example, 2008, they have Olympics in Beijing, right? And we were there since 2004. So in these 4 years, what I've seen is that, okay, this part, when I was there, this part is very dirty and old in Beijing, capital. But for the 4 years, because they want to set up a very good looking, good image for their capital, they can smash all the buildings in 1 month and then construct another one. It's very shock for me because in Taiwan we are very free. If you want to take this land, this is owned by landlord A, landlord B, landlord C. You have to talk to all the landlords, and then you can buy their lands, and then only then you can smash their buildings. But for Beijing, the land is owned by government. And they can tell you in one word, you move out. We want to build new building. And
oh no.
Like that. I was very shocked. So their construction is very fast. But in another way, that's not stable. Like you can see a construction, very high, very tall, but inside maybe some not so solid. Yeah, some problems because very fast they are going. Same story in Shenzhen, the very south, which is very near Hong Kong. I was working for a trading company 30 some years back, and when I first went to Shenzhen, I also have the same feeling. A lot of tall buildings, but if you get into the house itself, maybe this is from the outlook it's fine, but if you crack, then it will crash or some
It will
break or some. It's not very solid, and they don't consider people's
living
safety
there.
because they have too many people. For them, human beings doesn't have right. I believe like so. It's like that.
What do you think about the aggression by China? Because even in India and China is having problem because of that. No, they all want to capture different territories.
Yeah.
Go and take more land in Philippines, take more land in India. Why do they do that?
I really don't know. Maybe they want to show that how strong they are, or by force, by military force, they can do that, or by money. They have bought a lot of use money to do some foreign affairs, like especially the African countries. They have the same vote in UN, right? United Nations.
Yeah.
So they just give them money, or I'll lend you money, I construct for you, and you have to vote for me. Some issues like that. So I really I cannot understand their mindset also.
It's very interesting. It's funny also because I have seen many people from Taiwan, but not many from China. They have visa issues, I heard, to come to India.
Now they are not welcomed by Indian government. Before there were a lot. During Navratri, Shivratri, Chinese New Year especially, there is Chinese special New Year celebration in ashram only.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
A very large group. But since some years back, China and India were, I don't know.
Yeah, since they started aggression in the borders.
Yes. So they don't welcome Chinese to come. That's why.
What is the policy of the Chinese, of the Taiwan government?
Policy.
Yeah.
In terms of
What does the Taiwan government promote? What are their goals?
First, people has to be in we call 安居乐业. You have good house to live, you have good employment, and people live happily at their own wills. Because we are very free. Yeah. So this is the general, the government. But now a few years back, the DPP, we call KMT, is the party, the major party, Kuomintang, KMT, moved from mainland China to here, to Taiwan, and there was a second party, called DPP, Democratic Progressive Party. They are the party who want to claim Taiwan as independent. So from these two elections, actually I would say for the past 8 years it was DPP's president. And this term also DPP. So they were kind of wanted Taiwan to be independent. They want to claim. So that's why it will make a little bit, as I say, fear of raising this conflict between mainland China and Taiwan. And some people would say we consume too much energy on these two parties to fight. It's not good for Taiwan. So actually, for some time, Taiwan economic was not that good as before. Taiwan was called Four Little Dragons in the 1980s. Like
4 little dragons. Why?
in like Korea, Taiwan, Singapore. What was the fourth one? I forgot. In 1980s, Taiwan economic was booming very much. So they were called Asian Four Tigers. Tiger means in Mainland China, the Chinese, we see tiger as very auspicious animal, and we say we are the descendants, the offsprings of tiger. And they said these little tigers, because we are all small. South Korea also, North Korea, communist, South Korea, democratic, like also Taiwan, Singapore. How come I forgot the fourth one?
Japan.
Anyway, no, Japan
Hong
was Japan was very big already. I cannot.
Korea.
South Korea. We have to say South Korea,
Taiwan, Singapore.
I will check with Google. The 4 little tigers. No, 4 little dragons. 亚洲四小龙. 亚洲 means Asia. 四 means 4. Little tigers. Yeah. We can find out. Google.
Tigers or dragons?
Dragon. 4 little dragons.
Can you explain the Chinese calendar to us? Why do you have these year of different animals?
Let's find our ancestors' wisdom.
So there is animals. There are 2 things in it, right?
We have after every 12 years, as Gurudev said. Yeah, before Navratri said, you have 60 years as a rotation, a big circle. We also have 60 years circle, like. But for the animals, every year we have different symbol of animals.
This year is which animal?
Dragon.
So it's a very strong year.
Yeah, and this year, many babies will be born because we think dragon as very auspicious. So babies who were born in this year will get very fortunate. They used to have this, but you know what? Because so many people, they want to have a baby with the dragon. So this year will be many babies were born. When they went to school, we used to have the exam, the national exam. You go to colleges. So for this years, they have so many competitors as the other years.
Right. They'll have problem because there are a lot of kids who are dragon kids.
Yes.
So the opportunities become less.
True. Exactly.
Same happened in US.
Same.
During World War, there were no kids.
Yeah. And
so those kids who were born, when there were no other kids, they got a lot of opportunities. In good colleges, they used to get admission easily. They were able to get in good jobs because there was no competition. There was no other kid.
Yeah.
But when these war people came back, they had a lot of kids.
Yeah, baby boomers.
Yeah. Then they had to fight a lot for the same jobs and same infrastructure and same college.
Yeah, same.
So I think it's the same issue with the dragon kids.
Yes, same issue. And every 12 years, it happens again. Every 12 years.
So which is the weakest animal?
Weakest. Like.
Or unauspicious year?
鼠牛虎兔龙蛇. Next year. After dragon is the snake. And we say it's little dragon, but we don't like because snake is not so good. And also tiger, 鼠牛虎. Tiger is the third one. We have the zodiac sign, and if you are born in tiger years, some people cannot go to weddings because we think that they are very fierce animal. You cannot go to that wedding party or some timing, some auspicious timing. Or like when I was married, when I was going to my husband's home, people of that tiger, they have to stay back. They cannot get close to the bride. That they have that kind of. We have that kind of traditional customs or that. Yeah.
Can you tell us the 12 animals in English?
Rat, 鼠 牛 cow, 虎 tiger, 兔 rabbit, 龙 dragon, 蛇 snake, 马 horse, 羊 lamb, 猴 monkey, 鸡 rooster, 狗 dog, 猪 pig. So we can say it very quickly. 鼠牛虎兔龙蛇马羊猴鸡狗猪. That's the 12. But I cannot say in English so fast. That's inside of our blood already. Yeah.
So, which is what animal are you?
Monkey. Hanuman.
Hanuman.
Monkey, if you are born this year, it says that you are very witty, very smart, and very quick. Like that.
There is something else, right? There are animals and there is something else. A combination of animal and something else. What is that called?
Actually, we, like I said, 60 years rotation. We have, we call 天干 and 地支. 天 means heaven, 地 means earth. 天干, they are
So elements.
elements like that. But we have, like this, we have 甲乙丙丁戊己庚辛壬甲乙丙丁戊己庚辛壬癸 10 for the heaven.
What?
And 甲, oh, it's very hard to translate. This
What
is
does that mean?
甲乙丙丁. It's kind of,
Are these elements or are these weathers?
no, it's a sign.
Symbol.
We have to say 甲 means first, 乙 second, 10.
Okay.
And this 子丑寅卯辰巳午未申酉戌亥 12. These are the timings.
Okay.
Like 子时, like in, also same in Ayurvedic, you have the timings, right?
Right.
Like we have timing that 子 means we have 24 hours in a day. But this one, we have 2 hours. That is in the midnight, 11 to 1. This is 子时, 子 timing.
Okay.
丑时, yeah, another 2 hours, 1 to 3, another 2 hours. And this was from a day. We have 12 timings.
Got it.
Yeah. And this is belong to the earth, the heaven and earth. They, like, when I write this 10, this 12, now the first one, heaven one with the earth one, the first one, if I say,
So animal, the year of animal and the timings of the day.
yeah,
A combination of that.
and the timing, these 12 timing, and the animals, 12 animals, right? So these are matched. They're 12 and 12.
Okay.
If I say, okay, I'm born in such and such year, then he would know. They would know which year I was born. I don't say, okay, 1968. No, you say, I was born in Wu Shen. Like this 10 and this 12, they have to go like, if I say this is A, this is B. A list, B list. A, we have A1 to A10, right? B list, we have B1 to B12, right?
Okay.
You have now A1 from this 12 years, A1 with B1, A1 with B2, A1 with the B12. This is 12 years. And second round is A2, B1.
A2, B2. Okay.
Yeah, and another 12 years. So
where do animals come in this?
the down one.
The down one is animal and up one is timing.
No, the down one is timing. They also match with the 12 animals. These 12 timings will match with the 12 animals. And this, we say, belong to the heaven one. This, I have to say that I'm not quite sure about. For us, it's just the count 1 to 10. Like your A to Z. We have A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J.
Okay, got it. Understood.
Like that.
What What do Taiwanese people do for fun?
For fun, we go to movies, we go jogging, bicycling. We have Taiwan is very small, around 1,100 kilometers all around island. So we have a campaign called you have
1100.
1,100 kilometers only. Yeah, very small island. And we have a campaign called Run Cycling Around Taiwan in 10 days. I've been there.
Wow.
Ours is 11 days. And like every day you biking around 100 kilometers. And you go maybe from Taipei to the very south and then Rang Island like that. And also we climb mountains. Taiwan, although it's small, but the peak is 3,952 meters high.
So there are a lot of mountains also.
Yeah. So Taiwan, like if you see Taiwan as this flat, then it's very narrow, but the mountain is at this high. So in Taiwan, there are no long rivers because in the middle it's very high. All the water like this cannot save water.
Oh.
And there's because of the high mountain, it's very short and then it get to the coast.
Oh.
Very short. It's steep and like this.
So you don't have rivers in Taiwan?
Very few. And although we have, it won't sustain water. Because you see
It comes down directly, very fast.
to the ocean. Then yeah.
How do you get your water from?
So we build dam, reservoir. Taiwan a lot of rains like India, and we will save the water to the dam, to the reservoir, and then we use that water. Also, we have mountains. Mountains, the trees can keep the water underground.
Ah.
We used to before we have this tap water. We use the well. We have the underwater,
Wells.
yeah, and we like that, like ancient people. Yeah.
What are the top places to visit for somebody going to Taiwan?
Taiwan 101, Taipei 101 is a very famous. Maybe if you see Taipei, then you will see a very tall building, 101 floors. It was once to be the tallest in the Southeast Asia, but the Mainland China said, I don't want you to be the top. Then they built another, which is a little bit taller than ours. Then now we are number 2, I think. And also some mountains or cycling around. In Taiwan, you can see in an hour you can go to the ocean, like Pacific Ocean in our east side, and it's very steep. Like you can see, like the road is here, you see the Pacific Ocean is here, and it's like this. And that scenery was very fantastic. But unfortunately, because of the big earthquake in this April, some were crashed. So now that area was closed. But you can go to the west side, you see a lot of trees. But some people say the most beautiful scenery in Taiwan is human's heart. They come to Taiwan, they feel people are very friendly in Taiwan. Taiwanese people, you go anywhere, you asking some information from the vendors or the street vendors or any people, you just excuse me, or they were very happy to help.
Everyone
Very warm.
Very warm and nice to approach.
Yeah.
Everyone in Taiwan speaks English?
Not really. In our generation, for me, this fluent, very few. But for our next generation, we know that English is very important. So we learn English from 13 years old. After we finished elementary school, we went to the junior high.
There you learned.
There we learn. but only the written, very poor English, very small. But from our next generation, we have the so-called English centers booming. I was also teaching kids English.
Wow.
I major in English. So our next generation, they are very good at English. And even some people went to American school in Taiwan or bilingual schools. They hire some people from India, from US, from all over the world who speak English and teach them math in English, biology in English, like that. But it's very expensive because teachers are all from all over the world.
So that's a good teaching opportunity also, no, for somebody in India
Yes,
or
yes.
other English-speaking countries to go to Taiwan and teach them in English.
Yes. I knew quite a few people. I know a friend, Uma. She is a dentist, but she couldn't practice in Taiwan because the system. Then she went to American school to teach in that school also. And I have a friend whose daughter is studying in American school. Her math teacher is from India only. So actually, there are quite a lot of working opportunities, especially people from India. I maybe we have the policy to how to say that
Invite people.
invite people, especially from India or the Southeast Asia. Taiwan has this policy to invite more international people because our goal is to do more international. We want to be a more international city because Taiwan is very small. Why the economy can be so good? Because we do trading, international trade. That's why we have to get along with all the people from all over the world. Yeah.
What do Taiwanese people think about Indians?
Indians, for me specifically, okay, in general, like what I said to that girl said, I don't like Indians. I have to tell the truth that when we see some people black, we a little bit timid. We don't know how to get along with you. But for me, I don't know. I didn't have any prejudice. For me, we are all human beings. And the first time I came to India, I can sit on the floor and eat. But I was very, I was imitating all this. How can they eat so fast with the hand like this? And I was observing. One day I tried my but the rices was not an Indian teacher. She lives in Japan now. She was laughing. I said, okay, let me teach you. You have the rice, you like this, then you eat like this. I like India very much. I don't know. Some Indians say maybe your previous life has been in India. Say, maybe.
Previous life.
Yeah. I can get along with Indian people very
easily.
Yeah, very easily. And I love to see Indian kids. Their eyes so deep. I don't know how to. I like to observe them, and they have so long eyelashes, and the eyes are so big. And I like to see these kids, babies.
Do you have kids of your own?
No, unfortunately, I had 2 miscarriages. So after that, I couldn't have. Although we went to the doctor, say both me and my husband was okay. We don't have any problems. But if you want to do how to say that?
IVF.
I say no. If God is not giving me, then I don't want that. For me, it's artificial. I don't like. So after I came here, India, to have the teachers training, after we finished teachers training program, the teachers said, now you have many kids. All your past participants will be your kids. You have to take care of them. From then I said, oh, that's why I don't have kids. Because I think if I have one or two kids, I would devote all my time to my kids. I wouldn't have this much time to be in this spiritual path. This is what I believe.
What is the main religion in Taiwan?
Buddhism, but also some church. Some people from the Western, I would say Christian or Catholic. I can distinguish what is Christian, what is Catholic. But they used to send a lot of nuns. How to say no?
Yeah, missionaries.
Yeah, missionaries to our. I just said Taiwan is very deep. The mountain. There are so many native Taiwanese aborigines. They were poor in the mountains. So these people came around 1930s, 40s. They came all their lives spent in these people. So quite a lot of Taiwanese aborigines, they are
Converted to Christianity.
Yes, because when they came, they have something to eat, some candies, but our main is Buddhism. Most of the Buddhism or Taoism, and Christian, and also some Muslim. Taiwan is very free. I can go to the temple and we say bye bye and worship with incense. We can also go to church on Sundays. So there is no restriction. No.
But China has restrictions, I heard.
They don't want any kind of religion to be there. So when I was there in 2004, I was introducing all this meditation. My friend used to warn me that you got to watch out. They don't want this meditation, all these religions to come. Otherwise, you will be disappeared. I was very shocked. I didn't know it's that strict, really. So I was shocked. I say, they have known some people who will disappear. They don't know where they are. But fortunately, I was protected.
So then how did it go after that? Since 2004 till now, have you gone many more times to China to teach, mainland China to teach?
Yeah, when I was in mainland China 2004, that time there were no out-of-living teacher at all. And 2004, I was invited by the DSN teacher to go to TTC Phase 1. That time we have Phase 1 and Phase 2 teachers training program, Phase 1. And Phase 2 after 2 years, 2006. So I was the first one to become an out-of-living teacher in mainland China. So from them on, I have a lot of people contact me, say, they want to be a volunteer. There's a Mongolian lady who called me speaking in Mandarin Chinese. And she said, I'm from Mongolia. I want to be your volunteer. I have been in, I learned Sudarshan Kriya in Ulaanbaatar, the capital of Mongolia. I also got a call from the USA, a guy who speaks very perfect and fluent Mandarin Chinese. If I heard the voice, I thought it's another Chinese speaking to me. But when I saw him, wow, you are American.
Yes. White American.
White American. And he said he's an egg white. In outlook, he's white, but inside he's yellow. Means he speaks very fluent Mandarin Chinese. And
he's like an egg.
Yeah, he's like, so many people helped me. From 2004, 5, 6 till I became a teacher, that we had to be very careful. We cannot gather more than 20 people in a place. Otherwise, we will be they will call the police.
So you're not allowed to have more than 20 people in one place?
No.
Even in China, even now?
You have to report. You
have to take a permission.
Yeah. Like when Swami Satyajatha, do you know Swami Satyajatha? He is the very senior most Swamiji, Gurudev's first Swami. He went to China to have the silence program. we have you done a silence program? We have that process. After that process, we got caught. Although we have report.
How many people were there?
More than 50. We were, some said, because we were making that sound very noisy, and then I don't know if it's good to say here, you cut it, huh? So Swamiji was sent out of the hotel to another one. He couldn't stay in that hotel because that hotel want to protect themselves. They said, if you want to have this course still here, that was the only first day we got caught, but we have 5-day program. And say, then you leave. And then he was quite angry. This is the first time I come to China. How could you treat me like this? But he didn't tell us until the last day. We were in silence. We were just, why? I saw a volunteer every day driving, but I didn't see Swamiji in the car. Then I thought,
so the course was going on without the Swami?
No, he couldn't stay in the hotel.
Okay, but he could come to take the course.
Yeah, come to take the course. And during the break, he would go back to his place, another place. Like that.
Okay, so the course was done, everything was done. But does the government there like torture people who are religious?
This I haven't seen. I really don't know.
Yeah, because there were some videos about the Muslims in the western part, northwest.
Xinjiang area.
So they were like re-educating. They call it re-education, and then doing that.
For this video, you will not see because they were abandoned. All these being public, like in COVID, if some people were shooting, then they
Blocked.
have the internet internet police. They were watching who is sending this, and then you will get caught, and your internet will be blocked. If you are still doing that, you will be blocked.
You will disappear.
Yes. Yeah, it's true.
Disappear. So I like how you say
they
that.
were very kind of inside. They were also very afraid, so they cannot.
What is the population of Taiwan?
24 million.
So 2 crore, 40 lakhs.
40 lakhs. 24 million.
About the same as maybe cities in Bangalore or Mumbai.
Because it's very small, we only have 36,000平方公里.
But it's much bigger than Singapore.
Much bigger. Yeah. Much bigger than Hong Kong.
What is the main occupation of people there then? Main occupation of people in Taiwan.
Before, my father's generation, we were the farmers. But as you know, farmers, they cannot support their lives. Actually, it's enough. It's the people's greed that you say you don't have enough. But see, we say for Chinese culture, 5,000 years, we were all farmers. They are all farmers. But later, then they study, they get higher education. They went to the high technology, some merchants, some international trades, any kind. I think it's just like in India.
So now they are more into semiconductors and technology.
Yeah, more high tech part.
How do you appreciate somebody or something in Chinese?
谢谢.
Shishye is, what does it
Thank
mean?
you.
No, but how do you say something is beautiful or something is amazing?
Oh, 太棒了.
Thai?
太棒了.
Taiwanga.
太棒.
Thai
棒
pang.
means wonderful.
Thai
Too
pang.
good. Yeah, 太棒了.
Thai pang. Okay. Thai pang.
You have to say Thai, not the Thai. Chinese
Thai.
has 4 tones.
Okay.
You will say Thai is super.
Thai.
Yeah, not the Thai. Thai means another word, completely another word.
What does that mean?
Thai means the tire. Different. And like a Thai, okay. Thai means tire, right? Thai means Taiwan Thai. 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 have you known the difference? Thai.
What does Thai mean?
Yeah. Thai means the flat.
Flat.
Tire.
Ah,
Thai.
Thai.
Taiwan. Thai.
Okay, Taiwan is also called Thai.
Yeah. And Thai. Another Thai is very few words like Thai. Thai means very.
Thai.
Thai,
How is
very.
Wang?
Thai bang.
Thai bang.
The
Bang is like that or
bang.
like that?
Thai bang. All the
Thai
fourth tone.
bang.
Thai bang.
Thai
The.
bang.
Yeah.
Thai bang.
Thai bang le.
Thai bang la.
Or 好棒 also okay. 好 means
How.
good. 棒. 好棒.
How bang.
好棒.
How bang.
Yeah, if you sing one people 好棒, they will be very happy. We will also say that 好棒.
How bang.
好棒.
And Thai bang?
Thai bang is too good.
Too good.
Yeah.
And how do you ask how are you?
你好吗?
Ni hao ma. So you can say Thai bang.
No, you are greeting, then you say 你好吗 means how are you? 你好吗?
But how do you reply? If you ask ni hao, that is how are you?
Yeah, you can also say 太棒.
太棒.
很好. 很好 means very good.
好
好 means good.
How bang.
네, 好棒. Yeah.
好棒.
好棒. Yeah.
Good,
yeah,
I'll try it out
yeah,
today.
Yeah, speaking Chinese.
How bang.
好棒. 네.
My brother studied in Shenzhen for 1 year.
Shenzhen now.
Not Shenzhen. Tsinghua University in Beijing.
Beijing, Tsinghua.
Tsinghua.
Yeah, one of the most prestigious universities in Beijing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's studying there.
He studied there a few years ago.
Oh, okay. Huh. So he speak a little bit Mandarin Chinese?
Little bit.
Good.
Many people say and refer to Chinese proverbs. Can you share some Chinese proverbs with us? And what does it mean?
一分耕耘一分收获一分耕耘一分收获 means no pains, no gains.
Okay.
Yeah. But we say it in, how to say that? In 一分耕耘 means like you sow the seed. So shall you reap. Something like that. Yeah. Because as I say, our Chinese culture is from the farming, right? Many proverbs are from the farms only. Like you sow one seed, then it will grow. You will reap, harvest, like that. Like if you want to have something done, you have to how to say that? Sow the seed, and then you have the sprout, and then you have the tree, or the harvest, like that.
So the kind of seed you sow, that's the kind of harvest you'll get.
Like that, yes.
Okay. Some more, please. One more.
In what way you can give me some hint?
Proverb that you like, that can motivate people.
熟能生巧. 熟能生巧 means practice makes perfect. Yeah, if you want to do something perfect, you need to practice.
Yeah, but translate word to word for that. Is it again farming?
No, this is 熟 means you do it again and again and again. 能 就是 makes. 生 就是 I cannot because
translate word to word.
Yeah, word to word you will think, oh, it's nothing in English, it means nothing. But if I translate word by word like 熟, if you are very skilled, 能 yes, can, you can. 生 means grow.
Okay.
巧 means skill. So
Okay.
it makes no sense in word by word. But in Chinese, we all understand it. And why is it that? It's also, we call it, it's not spoken language. It's written, we would say the scripture language.
Oh, so there's a different language.
Yes.
Spoken language is different from the written language.
Yes. Why is that? Because in ancient scriptures, they tend to use very crisp words. But nowadays, you have to say a lot to explain this, like scriptures, one sentence. Then you have to explain commentary on that. Same, huh? Same like scriptures.
Oh,
Yeah.
so they say big ideas in small words.
Yes. Like maybe in 1, 2, 3, 5, four Chinese are characters, not like if I say.
Not words, they are characters.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Not. In English, you have A, B, C, D, then you combine B, O, O, K is book. Chinese is not like that.
Then?
It's more, how to say that? It's a sign, more signs.
Symbols.
Symbols, yeah, symbols. This is how Chinese characters different from the English speaking.
So the kids might have to learn all the characters, all the...
Yeah.
Not characters, all the symbols.
We say the characters, and beside here we have phonetics, how to pronounce this word.
Ah.
Yeah.
So it's...
But in English, you see that B-O-O-K, B-B-O-O-U-K, then you book. But in Chinese, if you say this book is shu, you write it here, but you see this word, you don't know how to pronounce it. You have to see the next, there's phonetic symbols, then you know how to read this word. So they have to learn phonetically how to say it, and then the symbol, how to, the meaning. But you can see the meaning from the character itself. You can see, if you, like Chinese character is very interesting. Like we have, we call it 部首, and like if I say 脚, like your foot, then it's this part, we have this part. If we say, see this part, we know, oh, it belongs to some flesh.
Oh.
This part. And this part is like it has many it's very systematic how these Chinese characters were formed.
You have to draw on this and show.
Yeah, if okay, I take it easier way. Here, if I write this, can you guess what is this? Then it becomes this. It's the sun. If I write this, then you will know.
Moon.
Yeah, then this is our Chinese character, moon.
Ah.
Huh? Like that. It's something like, this is the first part, they are symbols. You see the nature. This is the nature thing, then you go, then it will become the Chinese character. But this is the one of the 6 parts only. Our Chinese character system, they have different how to form the Chinese character. This is the first part. You see?
You can draw,
Second, it's that part can only say it. You can like this is only because it's a symbol. You can see from the nature. Okay, this part is easier because if I write this,
mountain.
Yeah. Then this is one. So I mean, we have 6. The first part, this is very easy. Like bird, you can draw a bird, and then this is bird. See, that looks like a bird, right? This is the feather, this is the head, like that. This is the first part, but there are 6.
So what is the 6th part? What is the most difficult part?
They borrow it from somewhere, so it's very difficult to. Actually, it's very deep knowledge. I learned it from the school, but I can only know the titles, but I don't know how to explain this.
Show the titles.
Okay, in Chinese, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, then you okay, the titles are. This is 象形. xiang xing means like, look like. Xing is form, look like. 象形, 象形.
You can write all of them and then show.
形声, 形声 is the sound. From the sound we make the
Sound, from the sound.
Yeah, from the sound we make the word. 象形声转注. Oh, this is very. 转注 means you turn something wrong. Okay, I just wrote down. 象形声转注假借. 假借 means they borrow it from. If they cannot find the good source, they would borrow some other words to the and 假借转注象形声转注假借. I really cannot 象形声转注假借. I forgot this. I have to check the Google map.
So if you want to talk about complex ideas like Atman or spirit, how would you write the symbol for that?
Okay, spirit is Spirit is very difficult word. You see. See, so difficult. This means spirit.
Two symbols making one word.
Yeah, but they have subtle difference. It's very hard to explain, but spirit.
This is how it looks.
Yeah.
Okay. But Japanese is very different, right? Or is it also like this?
Japanese, if you say the kanji means they learn it from our Tang Dynasty. They have sent a lot of messengers to learn from Tang Dynasty. So you can see there the traditional costumes is similar to our Tang Dynasty that day. But later they were influenced by the foreign languages like English then they have created another system of language which is different from kanji.
Okay.
But they will still think that if you want to say more cultural things, you have to explain in that. Like they have also the calligraphy thing in the ancient time. If they write you an invitation, they will use the brush and then write like that. That is, they regard it as very high educated people. But now they are influenced by the Western. They have to borrow the as I say tire, they will say tairu. Like that, they just borrow. And so for nowadays, if you know English, you can learn Japanese easily. From English, you learn Japanese because they will make like camera. They say camera, like that. So you can learn.
So what is the word for camera in Chinese?
Camera, 照相机.
Completely different.
Different.
So Chinese is very difficult to learn, you're saying?
It's true. Like I say, AI yesterday we have known, because I used to study English languages. We know that Chinese, Korean, Japanese is another type of language tree.
Which ones?
Chinese, Japanese, Korean, this part is totally different. And yours belongs to Indo-Europe. We say Indo-Europe is the mother, and then down, it spreads.
Do you think, are there any similarities between Chinese and Sanskrit?
Sanskrit? You mean in terms of sound or?
Sound, anything. Sound, the way, of course, the way it's written is different. But do you have common words between Sanskrit and Chinese? Have you heard? Like when you hear all these mantras and shlokas.
Like you say, soham. Soham, we say hum means so hushi. Soham. I found it a ancient one. Yeah, Soham. And Huxi. I would say Mandarin Chinese is from Beijing, but our ancient culture developed from the middle of China. Actually, you have to take that. We say Holo. That is more ancient. For Beijing is modern language. That is more ancient. So if I am reading our Chinese ancient scriptures, if I read it in Beijing language, the Mandarin, it doesn't fit. But our teachers say if you read it in Holo, that is very ancient language, then it meets. Because language will change, but the scriptures don't change. The written one. That's why. But for the in the how to say spirit wise or cultural wise, I found a lot of similarity between Chinese culture and Indian culture.
Example?
Like I couldn't think of one, but when Guru Dev said many years back in the VM, he said something about some people die and they do some like they hire some people. It used to cry. They have to cry. But now they hire some people to cry. We also do that now. Something like that. Or I couldn't think of maybe China. In ancient China, we sent a monk to India, and that's how we brought Buddhism to China, right? So if we read the ancient like Buddhism scriptures, or like I was reading some about medicine god sutras, before I could only right in Chinese. Om Namo Bo Qie Fa Di. For me, it doesn't make sense. But later I know, this is Om Namo Bo Qie Fa Di. It's Om Namo Bhagavate.
Wow.
When I learned Om Namo Bhagavate, this is this.
Wow.
I was so shocked, and I used to study some Buddhism scriptures by myself. Actually, I can only chanting. I didn't know the exact meaning. Although I know all these words, I don't know meaning. But now I learned some chanting, some scriptures, some Sanskrit word or Guru Puja words. I can relate what I have learned before or what I have chanted for the sutras.
Wow.
And then now, I also, that's it. This is it. Like that.
Very interesting.
And we saw that with Buddhism, and we in the how to say the drawing of the god or goddess, they always have this
Aura behind.
We didn't know what it means, but after I came to that's light, like Gurudev light or your aura, but before we didn't know the meaning like that. Or this is more religious one, but I just feel there's a lot of similarity, although I couldn't think of any, but just maybe it's an ancient civilization, what we have in common, human beings.
Did you like the movie Kung Fu Panda?
Before I came here, I watched it because so many Indians say to me, even Swamiji Yangdi say Kung Fu Panda, they love it. So I haven't seen that movie before, but when I came here, I saw Kung Fu Panda and
You watched it. How was it?
I I say, well, it's more Americanized, I would say.
Less Chinese.
They just borrow Kung Fu and Panda. But I didn't know the producer, the designer, but I would say that it's from the USA. And it's more westernized. But some... So I didn't finish that movie, I would say the truth. Because it means...
There are some Indian movies also which are popular in China, right?
Which one? Three Idiots.
Yeah.
I seen that one. I love that. This is why I finished that. Yeah.
3 Idiots. And also Dangal. Dangal was a more recent one.
And
In
the
which
champion, the daughter champion.
yes.
Yeah. Nowadays, we have so many Indian movies. Before, we only watched the US movies, the Hollywood movies. But nowadays, I don't know, more other than US.
What kind of movies are made in China?
China.
Do you make does Taiwan make their own movies, or
Yeah.
do you see movies from mainland?
We move our own movies. Actually, they learn from us. Because before 1980s, they were kind of in the Iron Curtain. They were not allowed to produce anything which is for fun, for entertainment. So they copy a lot dramas from Taiwan, from Hong Kong, and they see all those movies or dramas.
So Taiwan was more modern than China before.
Yeah. From 1949, they were closed. They were so closed. 1949 to 1980s, these 40 years, they were just blocked. That 40 years, Taiwan has grown very rapidly economically. That's why it was called the Asian Four Little Dragons. The economy was like that. And Taiwanese people are very hardworking. For those like successful businessmen, you know what? Foxconn, that also very big company. They used to have like we always say, a suitcase, and then maybe they don't have very good fluent English, but they will just have their suitcase and then go to the USA, go to Europe, and do the trade. They work around the clock, 24 hours. Like I used to work for Acer Peripherals. We went to work at 8 o'clock in the morning because 8 o'clock is the US Los Angeles time. They are going to around 5 in the afternoon. We have 15 hours difference. I don't know. Anyway, morning time we contact the US, and the evening time Europe is waking up. So, and I have a memory that when I went back home, I have to call because the time difference. We do business with the US people, with the European people. We work really hard for that. That's why Taiwan. Oh, also there is a proverb, but it's in Taiwanese. That Taiwan ji in ka bok. Taiwan. Ji means money. Taiwan ji money is like to here. That means if you have the gold or all the monies on the ground, it will go this up.
There's so much money. There's so much money in Taiwan.
Taiwan ji in ka bok. It will go this high.
It will come up to your knees. There's so much gold that will come up to your...
Only here. They say here.
Till your ankle.
This much. Not this much. This much.
If you spread the gold on the ground, it will come till your ankle.
Yes.
There's so much money in Taiwan.
Yeah, it will say that.
Tell us about some marriage rituals that are very unique to Taiwan.
Marriage? Unique marriage?
Wedding rituals. That...
rituals. Marriage.
Wedding or marriage rituals that are unique to Taiwan that you haven't seen anywhere else. Like in India, we go around the fire and we have this. You might have seen a lot of Indian weddings.
Not really.
Not
But I
really?
heard that they maybe go 3 days.
Yeah. So how do weddings happen in Taiwan?
Before wedding, we have engagement ceremony.
How many days
Like
before?
it depends on you can. For example, if this girl and this boy, they say, okay, we are going to get together. They have to tell their parent. Then the parent from the man's side has to go to the female's family, say, okay, we would like to have this girl to marry to our house. Is it okay? They have to go to the girl's parent. If the girls say parents say yes, then they will have their birth stars, and then we will match that first.
Wow.
If it fits, then we okay, which is the day for engagement. It depends on. For engagement means you exchange the rings and then tell somebody, your relatives, that, oh, we have a daughter, we want to get him married soon. So for the women's side, they will send cakes to their relatives, and these cakes has to be sponsored by the male side. They have to buy all these cakes that the parents will say, okay, how many cakes we will need for all our relatives. Then you will send. After they will choose the marriage date, and then after that marriage date, the groom will go to the bride's place to take her in the car, maybe in 6 cars. Then and we have like this. For example, this is a car. In the bride side, they have sugar cane. They have to put it on the door of this side, to prevent the
Bride to fall out of the car.
or to get out. I don't know. I think
They block the door with sugar cane so that the bride doesn't get out.
yeah. And then when she's going to leave, then she has a fan, but this is a foldable fan, and tied with red ribbon with some money in the red pocket. And then she will throw out of the car. And from the women's side, the bride side, maybe her younger brother or younger son, they will pick up that. San means departed. In Mandarin, san, this fan, and departed, they are same pronunciation. So it means, okay, when she throw this, it means that she has to depart from the family. And the mother of the bride she has a basin of the water, and then she has to and means that we have a saying that 嫁出去的女儿泼出去的水 means if my daughter is getting married, now I have to think of her as the water who has been split out.
Oh.
And now she belongs to the
other
husband, the other family, like that. And now when the bride went to the husband's house, and they will have their feast there. So for engagement, it belongs to the female family. And for the wedding, it belongs to the other side. After the third day, this girl has to come back to the original family, say, oh, reporting if it's good there in 3 days, and we say 归宁, that you can feast this part, the relatives, calling, okay, our daughter is going to come home, you can have a feast with us, like that.
So the female side also has, the bride side also has the celebrations.
Yeah, their celebrations. But it's more sad in the the bride's side because
Bride side is
as
sad
we
because
said,
she's going away.
yeah, going away. And it's a custom that you cannot go back to your original family so often. That's they were
Original families?
so often you cannot say,
You
"Oh,
cannot
I
go
want to
often.
go home." Then, but nowadays it's changed. Before it's our custom that if you like,
You have
see,
thrown away the water, so you cannot keep
yeah,
coming back.
it's true. And they also say if you keep coming back, it's not good for
The family.
they want. I think it's because of the masculine society before, but now it's changed. Then you can go anytime you want to go home.
So there is no combined celebration. Like in India, there is bride and groom, or even in the Christian weddings, they come together and have the marriage, right? Everybody, both from the bride and the groom side, come together and have the celebration.
They can also have. They can
But
combine.
you're saying that it is different.
But it's more dominant for the male side on the wedding.
Okay.
Because if both parties, they say, oh, we want to be in this restaurant. They say they want to be in that restaurant. Who will decide? So mainly that will be decided by the
Man's side.
the wedding part.
Groom
The
side.
engagement part is more this.
From the
Yeah. But nowadays, like me, my mom say, oh, we just combine. Then we tell my husband, my mom-in-law said, okay, we will have a 10 you reserve 10 tables for us. Then in my wedding, my mother and father also invite our relative, only relatives. Otherwise, it will be too big.
big.
Only relatives, like that.
And is there a priest there, or it is just a feast?
No.
It's not a religious thing.
No religion at all in our marriage, unless you are Christian. You go to the church and you have. Yeah, we only have mother, father from both sides. They were on the stage and saying something good for the newlywed, or like that.
So there is no religion at all. There's no
No,
priest. There's
no.
nothing spiritual.
No. Only him when we are going out, we were how to say, knee down to both the parents and thank you for your raising me up. And that moment, both sides will be crying because we are living like that. But for big celebration, no, only eat. Only eat.
Is it because of communism or
We
from
are not
before?
communism. From before, it's like this.
So Chinese traditionally, even before communism, you didn't have religion in the weddings.
No.
Ah.
We don't think wedding is
Buddhism is the religion, right? So even in Buddhism, you didn't have the Buddhist weddings?
we have, but only for those people who are very devoted in Buddhism. Like I say, we can, from our home, we can worship actually most of our ancestors we worship with the incense sticks and also the God. But we can also go to the church. So
You
there's
can go anywhere.
not very strict. And we don't think wedding is combined with religion, at least for us, no.
This generation or traditionally, since your parents?
Traditionally, yeah.
Okay, that's very interesting. Because I thought religion was banned because of the communism, but you're saying that Chinese people didn't really give importance to religion even before communism.
Yeah.
What about yin and yang?
Yin and yang, let's belong to another Taoism philosophy. Yeah.
So
That's from nature. They observe that from nature.
So Buddhism and Taoism, it's not followed since
We would say
ancestralism.
it's not religion, but it's philosophy. Yes. Even nowadays, many people will think that Buddhism is religion, but they have a new kind of people say, oh, actually it's not a religion, it's a Buddhist education. Because education, 教, is the same word as religion. That's why they will mix it up. But now they are clarifying this. It's not religion, it's philosophy. I will connect this with Gurudev's like spirituality is banana and religion is only the banana
Cover.
skin. Yeah, the philosophy is the spirit. Nowadays we only look at the outside, all those rituals, all these outer, the skin. We don't look at inside. This I can relate.
Even if you see Hinduism, Hinduism is not the word that we like to call ourselves. They call it Sanatan Dharma. Hindu is the term given by the Persians, the Mughals that would come to India. So they would call this region as Hindustan, because of the river Sindhu that became Hindu. And people who lived there became Hindus. But we call it Sanatan Dharma, which means the philosophies of life. And there are different philosophies in that. So Buddhism is also a part of it. Vedanta and all. Basically, India, whatever Guruji is also saying, and all these things are not religions actually, but they are more philosophies.
Yes.
But when their practices come now, like all these homas, and then they say, okay, these practices, then it becomes religion.
Exactly.
But the main thing is philosophy of how to live and
how to live,
how the mind works.
Exactly. Yes. This is why when I first met Gurudev's philosophy, I love, because nowadays I would be telling the truth that we are stuck in the banana skin and all this. You can do this, you can do that.
Because what is happening is, there's no even banana skin in this generation. They are just moving away. They don't like religion because of the banana skin, what they see from outside.
Yeah.
That's why they're moving away. We had a German guest and other Europeans. They were saying the same thing. Importance of religion has gone down. People are going more towards spirituality, more spiritual practices.
Yes.
So I think that's happening even in Taiwan.
Yeah.
What do the youth think about it?
Youth, actually they need that, but they don't know how to approach this. Like I said, they would see banana skin, they don't even want to approach that. But really they need that for their mind, for their inner. But that's why many nowadays students don't know why they are studying. They really, my sister, I said, who's teaching in the university, she retired last year because she said nowadays these students doesn't know what they are going, what they want. So she is finding that year by year the quality of these students has gone down, so she doesn't like to teach. That's why she said, okay, now it's time, then I go. But usually they don't go at 6 years old, they left. They can stay longer. Before maybe they can teach till 70 and even 80, they are still there as a consultant. But now she says she doesn't.
What does she do now?
Out of living.
Okay.
She retired and she said, I don't want to get so much time on all this in this so narrow. She used to say that when she was a kid, she always said, what is life? She started thinking of life when she was very young in the primary school. And she went to study science. She majored in science, science of life. She got a PhD on the science of life department. But finally she said she found the answer from here, from Art of Living, because Gurudev gave her what she couldn't get from the knowledge there, this book library. She did a lot of researches on this life, but after all, she got the answer from here.
Yeah, the knowledge here is very relatable, right? You do that this day and time. And That's why I think so many people are being attracted to it.
Yeah.
We're talking about rituals, no?
Mm.
What is the death and funeral like in Taiwan?
That's very interesting. My father just passed away last year. When people breathe out the last breath, we keep him for 8 hours. We don't move because we thought that at that time maybe he doesn't know that he has gone. So we have to keep the body there for 8 hours, and we would chant like Om Namah Shivaya. We chant Ami Tofo, Ami Daba. The
Chant it for us.
Ami Tofo, Ami Tofo, Ami Tofo, Ami Tofo. We just keep chanting this God.
What does it mean?
Amitabha. Om Namo Amitabha. Amitabha.
Hmm.
It's a God. Also, we said it's from the west, the very far west. This west world is a bliss world, a place where only pure joy. So I think when the people passed away, their spirit will go to that world. We call it 西方世界. 西方 means west. The 极乐世界, the world of bliss.
Okay.
Only bliss. So we say, okay, you follow the bliss, the light of this God. So we keep chanting this. Okay, they follow this
Amitofo.
Amitabha and go. Then after 8 hours, we will just dressed him up like before it was to be done. Like my mother, she passed away 22 years back. I dressed up and even I made up for her. But nowadays we let the professional, their funeral, service companies, they will do that for us. So, but we kept as my father as an example. We kept him home. We have a big home, so that's why we can keep. Otherwise, for like people who live in apartment, they have to move the body to. We have a funeral service places. We will move them. Some will just keep in the fridge to keep the body fresh. And we will see his zodiac sign and which date is good for funeral. Before like my mother, we bury her in the ground with a coffin, but now because after COVID, everybody say you have to with fire, cremate, yeah. So my father, we asked him which one would you like, because he was 90 years old. We would follow him, and he said both are okay. But after COVID, people say cremated is more hygiene because okay. So we cremate that, and before, for example, if he passed away this day, 7 days we'll do the first ritual. We have 7 cycle, means 49 days.
49 days of what?
Rituals. Like first 7 days, they have saying that first 7 days maybe they don't even know they are dead, and we have to chant, or they are losing the touch but they can hear. So while we chant this,
So you keep the body as it is for 7 days.
More than that. So we hire a fridge in our home. We have the set up all the funeral. They of course done by the service company.
Is this being traditionally done to keep the body for so long, for 7 days?
Even more, because in the ancient time, we don't want, like my mother passed away by accident. So my father doesn't want her to go so soon. So we kept her in our home for 1 month. My father also 1 month.
But the body starts smelling, no? How do you...
We keep, this is the secret. We have the coffin, we use very good wood. And this can keep the, the body in that kind of wood. And of course, we would, we would seal because this coffin, there's a cover, right? And after we have all done this, then we cover that. We have to, with the nail and seal the coffin.
The whole coffin.
But for my father, it's been 20 years after my mom passed away. The service company gave us a refrigerator, like
A box.
a
Transparent box. You could see the body.
Yeah, we could see him, and then it's by the plug in, and it's just like it. How to say that? It just like a ice stick, very hard. So when that day he want to be criminated, they have to put it slowly, 1 day before, slowly back to the normal
Room temperature.
And then they can make up and dress for him like that. So this, I haven't finished that. 7. Every 7 days we will do a ritual, different kind of ritual. And different kind of chanting, but we don't know how to chant. We will send the masters or the nuns to chant. Of course, we'll pay them and chant like that. And we have to do 1 year, 1 anniversary, we have to do another ceremony. And 3 years. In the ancient, like farmer time, they would keep it really 3 years. Means 365 plus 3 years, right? Maybe 1,000
so much,
days.
So it's a long time.
But nowadays, we keep it only 1 year, the exact, like my father passed on June 12th. Then next year's June 11th is total 1 year, that day. But 3 years, we will make it short. Like after 1 year, we will choose a date, which is good for his zodiac sign, and then we finish that maybe in 1.5 years. We finish all this.
So in the first 7 days, what happens? You have cremated the body.
Not yet. So
you keep the body for 3 years.
No. 1 month.
You keep
For
the
my
body for 1
father's
month.
case, but nowadays they do it very fast. Within 7 days, they will burn the body.
But you're saying there are some rituals to be done even after
we
1
have
or
his,
3 years. Ashes. You
Yeah,
have the
ashes, and we put it in the, not box, the, how to say? Pot. Pot. And there's his photo, very small photo there, and his name, he's born in such and such a year, such as time.
So the pot remains in the house?
No, not house. In some it has to be in our ancestors. All our ancestor was kept there, but because the time we haven't choose the perfect time for my father's zodiac, so now he's being served in a service company. They have an altar. Keep different, and then we and every year in Chinese culture around April we were worship all our ancestors. Before they were buried in the ground, right? So this part is for his or her coffin, and then after 6 years, naturally decayed. Then we will pick up the bones. And then we put it in this big, because see, this is very big, huh? At least this tall, bigger one.
Box.
But again, pot.
So
And
you have big pots.
Yeah.
So you're saying after 6 years you dig out the body from the burial site and
Yeah.
then you collect the bones
Yeah.
and you put it in a pot.
Yeah, that's also a
That's
ritual. Crazy. But my mother, after 6 years, it hasn't completed. Still some flesh
Then?
there. So we have to cover
Okay.
again and then choose another time and come back.
But was it smelling after 6 years?
Not really. I don't know why. But maybe also because the wood, the coffin you use is very important.
So good, huh?
They will soak the smell or some very good coffin they will preserve.
So because of the coffin, her body didn't decay.
Or because the priest, I would say priest, maybe, yeah, they are some very special person because not every people can do that kind of job, huh? They say maybe nowadays the chemicals, the food we eat, or I don't know why, at least. Then when we did not finish yet, so we put more flowers, more organic something inside, and then that it decayed more fast.
Quickly,
yeah.
So then you went back again after 6 years.
Finish. Not after 6. I think after 2-3 years, then it's all finished.
So then you were able to pick up the bones.
Yeah. Just by sight that we pick one, but others were done by that service people.
So then you put them in the pot, and where does the pot go?
Go to a place. We have that cemetery. Yeah, the place where all our ancestors' parts were there.
So it's a common cemetery for all the people in the city. Everybody
Not
comes
city,
and keeps there.
my family.
Only your family?
Only my family, yeah.
So you have a separate place. Every family has a separate place for the ancestors.
Yeah, if they are rich enough. If not, then they will just keep it there. Like for the north and the south Taiwan, it's very different. For the south Taiwan, they say, why you want to pick it up and then put it in a pot? For the south, they don't. Later, I found out why. For the south from Taiwan, they have been in Taiwan for so many years. They would think that Taiwan is their home. So you lie on the ground, then that's it. But for the north, we are from Mainland China. We thought one day we'll go back. When you go back, you will bring that pot with you, and then, okay, mother, father, grandpa, grandma, we are going home.
Wow.
Back to Mainland China. That's why it was kept like this. But we never went back. At least for now. Our late president, Chiang Kai-shek, he was the one who brought the Republic of China to Taiwan, 1949. When he passed away, before he passed away, he thought he is going back to Mainland China. They didn't even cremated him. So we can see from the window, all these years, he's still there. Because, still there.
His body is preserved as it is.
As it is. And
because they just wanted to go back to...
Yeah, they think we have the slogan that we will go back to China one day. When we were kids, we thought, fine, going down, we'll go back. So he passed away. Then his son was the president of Taiwan. His son also passed away. They also make the same thing.
Kept his body as it is.
Still in Taiwan.
They kept it in a glass box? Can you see the body?
Yeah. Every year, in that his death, we will say can we say anniversary of the death?
Death anniversary.
Death anniversary. Every year, all the people will go to see them. And that also, I say in April, we will worship our ancestors. Before we have a cemetery, we have to clean the area every year. We go clean the area and then worship and then say every year, this is our custom, our ritual.
Even in Goa, there is a church. There's a cathedral which has a body there which is very old. I don't know, 300-400 years old. I don't know how old. So it's reminded me of that, the incident you shared.
Hmm.
So when you see the body, how is the flesh in that? Is it still like this or it has like melted down?
Dry.
Dry.
Huh. It became dry.
Okay.
Like
Like you can see the body flesh or is it just bones?
this. See this. We have some water, some how to say fluid.
So that is like
It's
dry.
like dry beef jerk like that. That no water and it's
When you keep it
shrink.
in the sun.
yeah, it shrink. No water and then it
Okay.
shrink. But it was connected with bone because
Okay.
inside is bone like that.
Got it.
Hmm.
This death ritual that you shared, that is only Taiwanese, not in the mainland.
Mainland, I really don't know.
You don't know.
But I
We'll
have
ask the guest from the mainland.
yeah,
Do you keep that
ask
in
them.
pot or no? Because it's very interesting to know the whole your death ritual has changed just because of the thought that you will go back to mainland, keeping people in the pots because one day you'll be able to go back.
Yeah.
That is so interesting.
Yeah. Yes.
In India, it's very different.
How?
In India, they have to burn the body before sunset.
One day
Yeah.
after pass away.
Yeah, immediately.
Oh, ho.
Because the body starts smelling, it's not good.
Yeah.
So before sunset, not even the whole day. Before sunset, it has to be
sunset. Oh, okay. Every place
everywhere,
in
everywhere. At least in my region. I don't know about other places.
Oh.
So, like they did for my grandma, so I know if the body happens at night, then the next morning they'll finish it off.
Next morning.
Yeah, next
But
morning
you
or
said
afternoon.
before sunset.
Latest.
Next sunset.
Yeah, that is the last. Like before that, it has to be done. Otherwise,
Ah,
you
you
start
can do
doing it in the
earlier.
morning. Yeah,
I see. Okay.
yeah.
And you don't have so-called bury under the
no,
ground.
no.
No. From ancient, no.
In Sanatan Dharma and Hinduism, they don't bury. They bury in Christian and Islam,
Ah,
not in India,
okay.
not in Hinduism.
Uh-huh.
And what happens is, you said about picking the bones, no?
Huh.
So after you cremate, bones are left.
Yeah.
There are some small bones left.
Yeah. And
So then you collect the ashes and you collect the ash also.
yeah, the whole ashes. And
Yeah.
also you saw that this part, skull part and longer part and even teeth. And you can they know how to reckon, and they will make it like the part is like this, right? They will make the skull the latest. They make the
Other things before.
yeah, they know which part is which. And we just we have 7 of us. We just everybody pick one with the not hand,
Tweezers. Huh.
the some
Tweezers.
tools, and pick one and say, "Oh, Papa, going home. This is your home now." The part. Oh, Papa going home. Papa go. Then they will say, "Okay, you rest." Then that person, the ceremony person, will pick, and he will make it very delicate and like a small person sitting there with the skull on the top. Very small person and
Understood.
very well organized. He was putting one after another, and then we have the cover and the cover.
Very good. Very interesting. So in India, you collect all those ashes, you put it in a pot, and then you flow it in the river. You don't keep it at home. So it's like the body is made of elements, right?
Yeah.
So the elements going back to the elements.
But it says that will pollute the river. You know not? Because your river is big. Our river is very small with very little water.
But it's organic, no? How would you pollute a river?
Okay.
It's organic.
Yeah, true.
It is used by the fish. I don't know what. It's just fertile. Ashes fertile for the trees and
Yeah,
other things.
nowadays we have the custom like you can put it under the trees or under the plants. So we have some place like that. I say, for me, I don't want even to put in that pot. You just the ashes just as it go back to the ground, go back to the earth. For us, we have little water, so I say, okay, don't even bother to use that part.
I'll tell you something interesting. I was having an episode with a Mongolian lady. They have it very different there. Theirs is similar to the Zoroastrian religion here. The Parsis, we call them. You'll be shocked to hear this. They keep the body on the tower.
Which tower? What kind of tower?
Let me finish. So they keep it in the open so that vultures and animals can come and eat the flesh. And then they collect the bone after that it is eaten. And then they bury the bones.
This is how the Tibetan also do that.
Yeah, Tibetan and the Mongolians also.
Yeah, I've heard of that. Because Mongolian and Tibetan, they are very close in culture-wise and religion-wise.
But there's whole China in between Mongol and Tibet. So I wonder what the Chinese do in between. Tibet is on the south, Mongolia is on the north. There is China in middle, right?
Yeah. We have Inner Mongolian and Outer Mongolian. Actually, Mongolian was once belonged to China.
Okay.
And also because of the Russian, they make the Outer Mongolian to
Separate country.
independent. That's why China, they are so afraid to lose their all these like Tibetan. They say they want to Norway, like the North.
But it never belonged to them. Tibet was never Chinese.
They are. They think Tibetan is part of China.
But
Taiwan
it's
is
independent.
Huh?
Tibet is independent.
No.
It was occupied by China.
So they say Tibet belongs to China. Taiwan also belongs to China. Everything belongs to them. This is their philosophy. They want to make their great China. Like that. Yeah. Tibetan is in their Chinese map. Tibetan is there. Their territory.
All right. Very interesting conversation today. Anything else you want to add? Any fun facts about Taiwan that we didn't cover yet?
Fun fact, if you go to Taiwan, you need to visit the night market. There are so many vendors you would eat a lot of Taiwan snacks in night market.
Night market.
Night market. Only at night, because Taiwan is also hot. During night, it's cool breeze, and after work, you can chill out in the night market. Yeah.
Very nice. Thank you so much for being our guest. It was
Thank
wonderful to know all the cultural aspects and economical, political aspects of Taiwan.
Yeah. Thank you for inviting.
What is written on your passport? Is it Taiwan or is it China?
Taiwan. It used to say Republic of China, but it was confusing. They would think we are Mainland China. Sometimes they refuse us to. So now the new passport say Taiwan. And Taiwan, actually, we can, no visa, we can go to Europe, EC,
European Union.
UN, EU.
EU.
Like in India, we have 5 years
Visa.
Yeah, for Taiwan passport, you can go many 100 and
It's a very strong passport. You can travel a lot.
yes, true. It's
Very
true.
nice. Okay, thank you. What is thank you in Chinese?
谢谢，
谢谢。
谢谢。我say 不客气，You're welcome 。谢谢。
How pai? How pai?
好棒，
好棒。
好棒，
好棒。
好棒，
好棒。太棒。
太棒，
太棒。好
好
棒。
棒。Yes, good.
Thank you for watching this podcast till the end. Please let us know in the comments what more topics and guests would you like to see in future episodes.